This morning, we celebrate the courage and the grit of one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time.
I'm so very proud. It's difficult to imagine or rationalize on how I, a kid from Calgary, got to be here, included among so many great Canadians on such hallowed ground. A pro wrestler honored on Canada's Walk of Fame. Pro wrestlers have to be the world's most believable, realistic, hardest working actors, while also being some of the most gifted, creative athletes in the world. And for far too long, we have never received credit for either. We're performance artists. A wrestling match is a story. This curious phenomenon.
The best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. Bret Hitman Hart is among this year's inductees to Canada's Walk of Fame, and he joins us this morning. Welcome to your morning.
Good morning.
I love how you describe yourself as a kid from Calgary. I'm a kid from Brooks and from Lethbridge, and you were a big deal. This was Alberta on the world stage, and now you are in Canada's Walk of Fame. Walk us through the emotions you were feeling when you heard this news.
Well, it's always an honor. You know, there's a lot of things I've been honored with, like, you know, in the WWE, I've been in the Hall of Fame twice, which has always meant a lot to me. But this is even higher or bigger than that, because it represents the whole country, and it's not about wrestling so much as it is about just being a Canadian and what I did as a Canadian. And I'm really honored that they selected me, and I'm honored that they chose me as a pro wrestler, being the very first pro wrestler to go on the Walk of Fame, or in a lot of ways to be honored on the level that this is quite an honor for me.
I love how in that video we showed, you described pro wrestlers as performance artists, which is true. I hadn't thought about that. But you also had an interesting line that I'd love for you to explain. You say, a wrestling match is a story. What does that mean?
Well, you know, the one thing that I think there's so much that people don't understand about how pro wrestling works, at least for when I was a pro wrestler. And, you know, they give you the outcome of the match. Like, they tell you, you have orders before you go out there, what they want you to do. They want you to disqualification, or they want you to do a pinfall, or they want you to do whatever it is. You're winning or you're losing, whatever the story is. But they only give you the ending. And they tell you roughly how long. We need 18 minutes to the second, and you're going out and you're going to lose in a bear hug. You know, and it's like, okay. So you know what you're doing, 18 minutes, bear hug. But the story of the match is between the two wrestlers. And you have to piece together, sometimes on very short notice, and within a couple of minutes, you're walking out and you have to go and piece together your match and figure out what you're going to do for 15 minutes or whatever it is, 18 minutes or whatever they tell you. But it just, for me, I was always a storyteller. I always sat down with my opponent and told him what we were going to do. And I usually kind of described in very short, quick, like, this is what I thought we should do, this is how it should start. And, you know, I think that was what I was sort of always probably be remembered for, appreciated in the wrestling business, but for being the guy that could tell these great stories.
Well, your fans certainly appreciated it too. And you know, Ray, you showed strength not only inside the ring, but also in your personal life. How much did the resilience that you built inside the wrestling ring help you tackle some of the health scares that you experienced after your career?
Well, you know, I had a lot in my days in the WWE as world champion. You know, it's part of your job to. You meet a lot of Make-A-Wish kids, and you meet a lot of kids that have far bigger problems than you could ever imagine, kind of thing. And it humbles you to you know, it's a humbling thing to be a television hero like I was for so many years on TV every Saturday from Canada, being a hero and usually winning and holding the belt up. You know, there's people that get so much out of you being their hero that when the time comes in your life where you have a heroic battle on your hands, whether it's having a stroke or cancer or losing your brother or whatever it is, you have to step into the limelight and sometimes with cameras on and be the hero that people need you to be. You need to be that rock, that that pillar that they used to on Saturday afternoon. I've always found that the wrestling hero I portrayed myself to be was somebody that I ultimately became that person. Like I believe in that person, and I found strength in that person, and I found strength in the fans that cheered me on through all those years, and felt that they were always in my corner, always backing me up, and always just being.
We were definitely always in your corner. And as you say, you were a hero to so many in this country. Great to see you honored in this way, and great to chat with you today. Congratulations again.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.